Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream today. My name is Trisha Hirschberger, and the big spring sale is going on right now all across Amazon. And I realized I hadn't done a deals stream yet. I compiled this list of all the tech that I had my eye on that is on sale for the big stream sale. But I realized I didn't chat about it live with any of you. So welcome, my friends. Whether you are watching on your phone, maybe you're watching on the web, maybe you're watching on the television via the Amazon Live TV channel. I don't know where you're watching from, but welcome. Thank you for being here with me today. Now, I do want to shout out if you're watching on TV and you want to see how to get access to the sale item that I'm talking about, or even just chat with us in chat because it is a live stream. You can take out your phone, open the Amazon app, and type Shop the Show into the search bar, and you can join in on all the fun that we're going to have today. So again, thank you so much for being here with me today. As I mentioned, I have compiled some of my favorite tech deals that are going on right now, and I wanted to tell you all about them. So if you have any questions about these items as I'm going through, please let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to jump right in. Right here, I have the Beats Studio Pro. Now, these come in many, many, many different colors. And some of the colors are more on sale than others. But right now, I have this beautiful kind of like, I think they call it, the sand gray is a little darker than this. They call this the sandstone, two different sands. This is in the sandstone color, but these are premium wireless over-ear headphones, which means they're not meant to sit on your ear, but around your ear. You can kind of see what they look like on just like this. I think they're pretty understated. They're kind of smaller. I like that about them. Up to 40 hours battery life on a charge. They've got active noise cancellation, lossless audio. And yes, they are from Beats. So I know a lot of folks like to proudly display that Beats logo right there. And even though Beats is in the same company umbrella as Apple, know that these will work with Android, they'll work with Apple, they connect over Bluetooth. So anything that has Bluetooth connectivity, you'll be able to use these with. Now, the sand gray color that I have linked in the carousel just below or just to the side of the stream, that is an Amazon exclusive. So I'm not lucky enough to be holding that one, but I really like it. It's like a nice dark gray and brushed metal color. Hello, Frequency Punch in chat. Good to see you today. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, these are 35% off for the big spring sale, taking them from $200 and almost $247 all the way down to $159.99. And again, that's in the Amazon exclusive color, which is the most discounted today. But I think that one's really pretty. It's the first that I'm seeing it is in the carousel right now. So make sure you check that out if you are looking for a new pair of over-ear headphones. So again, those will sit, here I should probably show you my ear, that makes more sense, around the ear, not on top of the ear. But they're very, very comfortable. We just had an Amazon customer follow the channel. Thank you for the follow. Skippy says, happy Friday, beautiful. Happy Friday to you as well. It's a beautiful Friday. Happy first weekend of spring. Now, I just casually folded these up while I was chatting with you, but I should probably show you how we do that. So you can fold these right up to stow in a little soft case that they come with, or you can keep them out and put them on a headset stand like the one I have just here. Now, I would have linked the headset stand in the carousel, but that is not on Big Spring Sale, and I'm trying to keep it to items that are. Another item that's on Big Spring Sale right now is the TV that I gifted my mom and dad for Christmas this year. So I don't have it here in the studio with me because it's at their house, but it's an Insignia 55-inch Class F50 series LED 4K UHD TV. I know I was chatting earlier on a stream and I said I couldn't remember if I had gotten them a 1080p or a 4K TV, but I just remembered that it was affordable. Now, when I purchased this TV for my parents in December, it was around $250, which for a 4K 55-inch TV is wild. What a good deal. But today's deal for the Amazon Big Spring Sale is even better. So I wish I had gotten this deal. Right now, that TV is 49% off its normal price. So the 55-inch is $179.98. That is a huge living room size TV. Again, 4K. It's already a smart TV, so it can access all your favorite streaming apps, etc. and it's under $200. It's just $179.98. So that's a really, really great deal if you are shopping for a new television. My parents are thrilled with it. I call them and say, how's the TV? And they're like, it's so beautiful. So really it's a gorgeous, gorgeous picture quality and could be just the upgrade you need at a price that's pretty awesome. Emily, thank you so much for following the channel today. Appreciate you. Pasha's here as well. Welcome, welcome. Now, if you already have a TV that you love the picture quality of, but maybe you don't love the smart features, maybe you don't love the user interface, right? Or you are just looking to keep the same TV and add internet capabilities to it when it didn't have them before. It's probably no surprise at this point that when we have a big sale on Amazon, the Fire TV Stick goes on sale. So the Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K Max is 42% off right now. And what this gadget does, if you haven't seen it before, is you plug it right into the HDMI port on your television. So that goes right in the back of your television. You also connect it to power using the included cable. So plug that into the outlet, plug this into your TV. And then you have a remote you can use to use the Fire TV interface, which is new and improved. I got to see some really cool improvements to it at CES this year, actually. But you can touch the microphone button, ask it to go to your favorite television program, your favorite movie, etc. You can easily navigate through. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you already have access to all of the Prime Video library. And of course, if you want to access other favorite streaming services that you might already have a subscription to, you can. And if you're like, Trisha, no more subscriptions for me, I'm over all the monthly subscriptions, you'll be happy to know that Fire TV has lots of free TV and movie streaming apps as well that you can just access as long as you have this little gadget. So typically $60 to get one of these for your television. Right now, because of big spring sale, it's only $34.99. So a really good deal. This is also another really great gift. If you have a friend or a family member that's still paying for cable, you don't need to do that. Save that money. We're all trying to save money right now. You could get this one-time purchase and then, like I mentioned, access all that free content as well. So I'm a big fan of the Fire TV Stick. I think it's a really nice, easy way to navigate and interface with your home theater. And I'm a big movie watcher. Let me know in chat if there's something in particular that you're watching right now that you're absolutely loving, whether it's a TV show or a movie that you love. Give me something to watch for my Friday night. I think I'm going to have a movie night or a TV night tonight. So give me some suggestions. I see Skippy says Super Mario Galaxy movie next week. I know it comes out on Wednesday and I am so excited. We're going to see characters like Birdo and Mauser and newly announced Star Fox. I'm really stoked for it. Thank you for that suggestion, Skippy. That's a good one. So maybe while you're kicking back and watching a movie like the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie that's coming out, or maybe you're watching something at home, you don't want to have to worry about the chores. You're relaxing, right? Let tech do the work for you. The roborock Qrevo series robot vacuum and mop is on big spring sale today. And this is a really nice does it all for you robot vacuum. I know there's a lot of talk about robots taking over our lives, but if robots can take over my chores, I'm fully on board with that. So this is a vacuum and a mop. It's got 8,000 pascals of suction, so it's really, really strong. It's the upgraded version of this particular robot vacuum, and it has features like an anti-tangle brush, which is someone with long hair I'm always looking for, smart obstacle avoidance, so it's not going to run into and pick up something that it shouldn't, auto mop washing, an all-in-one dock, it self-empties. It's a very, very versatile robot vacuum that you can access and control through an app. And normally it's $650, but it's on sale for big spring sale right now for $399.99. So if you were considering something like this anyway, like say for a spring cleaning purchase or something like that, this is a great time to do it. Do it while it's on sale. Frequency Punch says Ready or Not 2 was good. You know what? I forgot that came out. Thank you for reminding me. I have not seen that yet either. Let's see. What else do I have to showcase today? Oh, so we talked about some over-ear headphones, but I've got another version for you if you're looking for something a little different. Now, of course, the Beats Studio Pro are very expensive. A more affordable option that still looks really premium, I have right here. This is from Soundcore. It's the Soundcore Life Q30 headset. And I really like the build quality on this. I like how they kind of look like audio cans. I like that they tilt here. That makes it a lot more comfortable on the sides for glasses wearer like myself. It is adjustable if you need to size it for your head. There's some padding here at the top for long listening sessions. Rob, thank you so much for following the channel today. And normally, this headset is almost $86, but it's on deal right now for $59.97. So a pretty good price. This does have some of the same premium features as the more expensive Beats Studio Pro. This has multiple modes. So there's, an audio mode, a gaming mode. There's an active noise cancellation on this in case you're traveling and want to drown out the world around you and just sink really deeply into your podcast or your audiobook. This has 50 hours of playtime. So 40 hours on a charge on the more expensive version and 50 hours of playtime on a single charge. This also has multi-point Bluetooth connectivity. What I like about that, if you have not heard that before, is you could be watching, let's say Skippy says Project Hail Mary was good. I'm dying to see that too. You could be watching Project Hail Mary on your laptop and then get a call for work, and you wouldn't have to disconnect the Bluetooth from your laptop and reconnect to your phone. As long as you had both paired previously, it could automatically switch for you. It makes life so much easier if you're someone who uses over-ear headphones while you're working or during your workday at all, or even just for fun if you're expecting a phone call. These are really nice. Now, if you are looking to pack them up, you can turn them sideways to fit into a laptop bag or a backpack. And they can collapse in just like so if you want to fit them in a smaller bag or carrying case. So really, really versatile headset. It's got great reviews here on Amazon. Over 93,400 purchases. So people really, really like it. And it's 30% off right now for Big Spring Sale. Now you can get this in a variety of colors. Some of the colors are even more discounted than the color I'm holding right now. But yeah, 30% off, so down to this particular, or the blue is $59.97. I think the black are even cheaper than that. So make sure that you check those out if you're looking for a pair of over-ear headphones at a good deal. Tyler says, I saw the thumbnail for this, and I haven't seen Trisha since she was on SourceFed. Hey, Tyler. 20-year-old me had a huge crush on her. I'm so honored. Well, welcome. I am still in all different places of the internet and television talking about tech, talking about gaming hardware, talking about prop replicas and collectibles. So still really fun, like SourceFed nerd kind of stuff, just in different places now. So welcome. You're welcome to follow this channel or visit me on Twitch or any of the other places. But nice to reconnect, Tyler. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm going to put this headset down and kind of take a little detour from tech for just 1 second, because I realized that the dress that I have on today is also on sale. So check this out. I'll do a little, I never do this, Trisha fashion model. So this dress, it's actually shorts underneath, and it's really comfortable and stretchy. This dress, it's called Women's Summer Sleeveless Bodycon Tie Cinched Dress, is very, very comfy, perfect for a Friday like today. And you can get it in a variety of different colors, but it just ties here on the side. So like I said, it's actually shorts, and then you take it and just tie it here on the side. You can get it in different colors. This is perfect if you have a spring break trip coming up, because it's not going to wrinkle excessively when you throw it in your luggage. It's not precious, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very easy throw it on and go kind of dress. But normally it's $35.99, and right now for Big Spring Sale you can get it 25% off or just $26.99. I will say I am very tiny. I am 5'0", and I am wearing the small, and it fits me kind of well, but it's stretchy, so know that. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this dress. Frequency Punch says it's really cute. It is cute. And I like that it's shorts too, because especially when I'm doing gaming streams here on Amazon, which I do from time to time, I tend to gremlin in my chair, and sometimes, my legs will move around, and I always prefer to wear shorts while I'm streaming, just in case I get scared and, everything goes flying or something like that. It's just always better. So I love that it has shorts built in. Plus, I'm a busy mom, so I'm always moving around. Always easier to have shorts. But yeah, loving this. So I was excited to see it go on sale. Another non-tech item that is on deal right now, and these were actually sent to me ages ago to review, either to review or as a gift. I say to review, but it's funny to think about review because I don't typically review health or wellness or beauty products, but it might have been for an Amazon sales stream. So medicube makes these, and they're called Zero Pore Pads. And the way that they were described to me is kind of like your own little very, very gentle peel that you can do at home. So they have these little tweezers, and you just pick one out like so. At night, usually I would do it, and then just rub it across your whole face, put on some moisturizer, and go to bed. And it's going to help resurface that skin. Makes it really easy, and then you just dispose of it afterwards. So could not be easier to work into your routine. I use them when I feel like I need a good exfoliate before bed. But these are on sale too, and wild sale. This is a sale right now for Big Spring Sale that's going so fast that even though I normally talk about tech and video games, I needed to take a detour to mention this, just in case you're looking for it. So medicube calls them Toner Pads Zero Pore Pads 2.0. And they've got a lot of different active ingredients in there. Make sure you check out the product detail page so you know it's not going to maybe conflict with something else you're already using. But there's 70 pads in one of these. And right now, because it's 52% off, you can get it for $14.90. So that is a good deal considering that little thing is normally $31, but right now it's $14.90. So I'm sure that's why it's been selling so fast. Like, I'm sure that's why people are into it. Now, if you were on my stream a little earlier today, you will know that I have been awake today since about 3 o'clock in the morning my time. Not because of insomnia, no, because this morning I had 27 television news spots that I did. I get phoned into as tech expert Trisha Hirschberger, and I did 27 different news interviews. But I say this to say that I am living today on coffee. All through the day, I've been living on coffee, and then I'm going to sleep much later. But if you are someone who also takes their coffee very seriously, so seriously that you're looking to spend about $1,000 on a high-end espresso machine, then you are in luck, because the Breville Barista Touch Espresso machine is 20% off today, which, because it normally retails for $1,000, is $200 off. So instead of $1,000, you can get it for $799.95. Now, this is certainly not going to convince someone who is looking for a $50 or $60 little K-cup tiny thing. But if you, like I said, if you're someone who takes your coffee very seriously, like I do, and you want to make that investment, this is really a beautiful device. It's made out of brushed stainless steel, so it looks nice on the counter, and it does grinding as well with a single touch. It's got the optimal water pressure for your espresso and a faster heat up time as well. Now, it does have automatic milk foam milk texturing, so you don't have to do your steamed milk or frothed milk if you're doing cold froth milk separately. But I always caution with those, make sure you clean them really well. I know people who buy expensive espresso machines, and I feel like I rarely see them clean the milk frother. So that is my PSA today to you, is if you have a fancy espresso machine or you're thinking about buying one, make sure you clean the milk frother when you're done. Or you can always just get a separate milk frother. That's a great way to do it too. Okay, so that was kitchen tech, but I want to take it back over into maybe some audio tech. If you're looking for audio tech, I have, what do I have here? Ooh, a little Bluetooth speaker from Anker. I have reviewed this so many times, and probably my favorite thing about this tiny little speaker is the big sound that comes out of it and how light it is that you can just toss it in a bag and take it with you. For me, this is perfect for a beach day. Like, toss it in your beach bag. It's perfect for a hike. It's nice for a pool day, you know, as we're getting into the summer months. You might be thinking about those things. But this is going to be stereo sound out of this tiny little gadget. It does come in different colors if that's your thing and you want to get it in a specific color. It connects over Bluetooth 5. It is also IPX7 water resistant. On the Amazon product detail page, it says waterproof. I'm going to tell you it's water resistant. So if it took a big splash from the pool, not a problem. If it gets sand near it, Not a problem. Would I throw it in the pool and let it float around? No. So if you've got it next to the bathtub to listen to your favorite audiobook, not a problem. Again, if it gets splashed, you're fine. If it gets rained on, you're fine. Don't put it in the bathtub, okay? This is Trisha's pro tip for the Anker Soundcore 2 portable Bluetooth speaker. But I do really like this speaker. I was thinking about playing some fun tunes for you and having a little party on stream. But then I remembered that we are live in so many different places. I don't want to chance playing something that I think is copyright free and then surprise. So I'm not going to actually play music on it today for you, but I have done dunk tests live with this while it's playing music, and it has withstood all of my testing. So I can't recommend this enough. It's normally $45, but it's 33% off today, bringing it down to just $29.99. I should also say, you don't have to take my word for this. There are over 148,300 reviews on Amazon, and it has a 4.5 out of 5-star rating. So it's not just me. This is a really good one. Use it for your next outdoor party or outdoor shenanigans. Now, if you don't need a speaker, let's say you instead are looking for a new pair of buds, and you want some buds that are very affordable, even when they're not on sale. They're even more affordable today. One of my favorite affordable earbuds, I actually have multiples of them, you're going to see here, are right here from JLab. These are the JLab J-Buds Mini True Wireless Bluetooth earbuds. Now look how tiny these charging cases are. Let me see if I have a quarter to show these to you with. I don't know if I do, but this is so you know what? I'm actually going to show it to you next to the key ring, because this is a normal size key ring. And look, the case for the buds is just slightly bigger than a normal size key ring. It's absolutely wild. So inside, you see just the tiniest little buds that ever did tiny. If you're someone who doesn't like the feel of having something in your ear, I'm actually wearing the black version of these buds right now in my ear. If you don't like the feeling of having something smushed in your ear when you put in buds, you might find a smaller bud a much more comfortable fit. That's how I feel. So I like to have a smaller bud in my ear. So even though these don't have the fanciest of the fancy drivers inside them, they do have quite a lot of tech built into a very small size. So these are IP55 sweat and particle resistant. So again, not waterproof, water resistant should it rain. Hi, Amazon customer. Thanks for saying what's up in chat. Appreciate you. But they also have some really premium features like multi-point Bluetooth connectivity. That's that feature I was talking about a little earlier on stream, where you might be watching a movie or a TV show or a web series and get a phone call. Like say you're watching something on your tablet or laptop, get a phone call on your phone. This will automatically switch without you having to disconnect and reconnect each time. There's also different EQ sound settings, so you can find exactly the sound profile that works best for you. They have microphones built in, so you can take calls with them and be heard very, very clearly. And again, they come in so many different colors. I'm wearing the black in my ear right now if you want to see what they look like. I also use the, I'm probably going to say the wrong name. I was going to say hot pink and like this kind of pastel blue, but let's see what they call them. Hot pink, I was right on that one. Oh, and mint. Mint is a much fancier name for that. But I also have the dark teal, and those are really pretty. These also, I feel like, have gone viral on TikTok so many times just because of the size. So if you wanted to add this to your key ring so you always have a pair of buds with you, that's great. I also recommend these if you have maybe like a fancy pro pair of earbuds that's $200 or $300, but you don't want to go jogging with them because you're afraid you're going to lose one and you want a more affordable set. These are so affordable, it's very, very easy to stock up. And they're affordable even when they're not on sale. So with the big spring sale price today, they're really affordable. Amazon customer says, do you have anything for pets? I don't think I have anything for pets today, actually. I don't personally have any pets, so I'm not the best expert on that, but sometimes I find vacuums that are specifically made for pets. I know there's a lot of vacuums on sale today on Amazon. If you click at the top of the website where it says Big Spring Sale and then look for vacuums, there are specifically pet vacuums. but I don't have any here to show off in office today. But maybe on the next stream. Thank you for putting that idea in my brain, and I'll see what I can find. Something I have in mind for folks who, even if these are small, if you're like, Trisha, I'm just not a buds person, or maybe you're looking for something specifically for gaming, I got to show these off on the news this morning. So right here I have the Skullcandy Crusher Player 720 wireless gaming headset. And you can get it in two versions. You can get it in the Xbox version, which also works on PC, or you can get it in the multi-platform version like I have here. Now, if you're wondering what this is a little elastic just to make it sit a little more comfy on the top of your head. It's got a detachable mic with a mute button right here. But the big thing about the Skullcandy Crusher line is their patented multi-sensory base to make it so you can feel your game. And that's adjustable here via this wheel. So if there's a game you're playing that you want more of that feeling, you can do that. If you want less of that feeling, if you want to tone it down, you can do that, and you can adjust it very, very easily on the fly. Now, in addition to having that multi-sensory bass feeling, you also have THX spatial audio on these. So, and the THX spatial audio, it has head tracking as well. So no matter if you're moving your head, you will hear what's happening in your game from the precise direction that it's happening in the game. So you can feel it and you can hear it from the correct position, if that makes sense. So you can automatically see how, like, if someone or something was sneaking up on you in a video game, you'd hear them behind you before you could see them. So that could give you a competitive edge. But it's also just really nice for immersion as well. Also, these are open ear drivers, so you get a little space there, which some people really prefer. I'm trying to think what else I can tell you about these. Oh, they come with a wireless dongle that you just plug into your PC or gaming laptop if you're going to play with them, but they'll work multi-platform as well. Amazon customer says, thank you. You got it. Now, normally this headset is about $270. This is a very, very premium gaming headset. It is actually the world's first headset to combine THX spatial audio and head tracking with the Skullcandy Crusher patented multi-sensory based technology. So first that you can get that does that, whether you get it in the Xbox or the multi-platform version. But this is some very, very cool new tech, which is why I was able to talk about it on the news this morning. And I'm excited to be able to share it with you today, especially considering it's 33% off for the big spring sale. Amazon customer says, is that the Prime price special? So this one is on big spring sale. It's not a Prime exclusive deal, if that's what you're asking. You are able to take part in the big spring sale, I believe, without being a Prime member. Some deals you'll see it says on there, Prime exclusive deal, and then you have to be a Prime member to take advantage of it. But normally this is $270. The big spring sale price is $179.99. So I think the Xbox version is $179.99 and the multi-platform version is $199.99. But yes, that is the deal price that's going on right now. I'm going to set this right down. Also, fun fact, it's very rare that I find a gaming headset that stands up on its own without a stand. But did you see I just put that down? And it just lives there like that. I appreciate that. As someone that picks up and sets down gaming headsets quite often, I really appreciate that. But yeah, some really, really cool tech built into that to make you really feel more like you're in the game. Now, if you are someone who plays a lot of competitive games, you might be interested in a new pro level controller like this one from Turtle Beach. This is the Victrix Pro BFG Reloaded Wireless Gaming Controller. It is officially licensed. You can get it either for Xbox or for PlayStation. I think I have the PlayStation version linked, but the Xbox version is the one that I have here. But I just want to show it to you because there's so much customization, as there should be in a pro-level controller. So for those of you who might be new to the world of pro-level gaming controllers, the big deal about them is that you can customize them for exactly your needs per game. So they're very, very easy to swap out. It comes with, hi Chicago, it comes with a hard carrying case because we're assuming you might be taking it to tournaments, or at least maybe like a casual tournament at a friend's house. And you have right here this controller. So it's very, very modular. You can make it work as like a fight pad. It's got Hall effect sticks and triggers, Really customizable controls. If you want flat buttons instead of rounded buttons, you can do that. There's also back paddles on it that you can customize. You can set the length of the trigger pull if you want the trigger to actuate with just a short pull or a long pull. You can do it that way as well. So that way if you wanted to pull it all the way down, you could. And you can do it half and half. You can do one side but not the other, etc. Again, when it comes to pro level controllers, it's really all about the customization that you have with these. And this offers it and then some. Now, normally this is just over $200. It is 19% off for Big Spring Sale today. So it's $169.99. Hey, C. Addis, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. And just so you can see, in case you need to change it on the fly, this case comes with a little screwdriver, all your extra pieces that you might need here to swap out, different lengths of thumbsticks as well, and then some cables up here if you wanted to play wired instead of wireless. But you have all of these options with that built-in Hall effect technology, and it all goes right into here. So this is a really nice controller. Catnip! Catnip's here too. Welcome. I love seeing so many familiar names in chat today. And just a reminder to anyone who might be watching us on the television channel right now, if you're watching us on TV, and you want to join into the chat, maybe you have a question to ask, or you just want to see like, hey Trisha, I would like to read more about the Turtle Beach Victrix Pro BFG Reloaded Wireless Gaming Controller, or something like that. You can take out your phone, open the Amazon app, type Shop the Show into the search bar, and it will take you right here to the stream, and you can join in on all the fun that way. So, folks, again, a little shout out wherever you're watching us from. If you're watching on mobile, if you're watching on web, if you're watching on the television, welcome, and thank you for being here today. Dane Leo, I hope I said your name correctly, said very cool controller. I might need one. Well, it's always good to put on your wish list, too. If you're like, I want that, I'm not sure if I want it today, put it in your wish list. That's a great way to go. I have a constantly running wish list for whenever my mom calls and says, what do you want for your birthday or something like that. I can just say, check the list. Check the list, Mom. I got a running list there for you. Also, shout out to my mom. She's a very cool lady. She's probably not watching right now, but just in case, love you, Mom. All right, moving on forward because I've got one more controller. Really now thinking about my friends who like mobile gaming. If you are a mobile first gamer, this is life-changing. So I have it in the clear, but I think I have it linked in the traditional black. This is the Razer Kishi controller, and it expands to go right around your phone to give you more of like a gaming handheld experience, but using your phone. A lot of us have phones nowadays that are powerful enough to run your favorite games. So there's no need really to buy something like a Steam Deck or a PlayStation or Xbox handheld if the games that you like run just fine on mobile. So this is what it looks like. You stretch it out and then connect it into your phone via this little USB-C port right here. So you put your phone right in there, and then suddenly you've got like a full handheld gaming experience just using your phone as your screen. It's very cool. Very, very cool. So any phone that has a USB-C, this is going to be compatible with. If you already are an Xbox Game Pass member and you can do Xbox Cloud Gaming, that means you can play some of your favorite Xbox games using this controller. So they don't have to be games that are sold in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. You can be playing the Master Chief Collection, the Halo Master Chief Collection, or I play a lot of Alien Isolation, but you can get that from mobile stores as well. Catnip says, it's so alien to me that my phone could play some computer console games. I know, because I think a lot of us think phone games and we think like Candy Crush, which no shade to Candy Crush, but if you want to play something that's got a little more meat to it, you can do that through Xbox Cloud Gaming, no problem. You can do it through Amazon Luna, no problem. There's a lot of different apps right there. Even Netflix has some video games on it now. I don't know what's in their library right now, but they do have it. Now, normally, this is about $100, but you can get it right now for 15% off for the big spring sale. Dane Lee says, you're going to help me go broke. It's for a good cause, though. Well, you know what? If you're stocking up for gifts for folks, if you think, oh, you know who would love that, but their birthday's not for another 3 months, get it now while it's on sale, and then you have it and don't have to think about it later. That's always my strategy, is when I see something on sale that I think I will need or use anytime in the next 6 months, I just grab it. I start my holiday shopping so early, you know, because the earlier you start, if you can take advantage of the deal prices, you'll save more money. All right, one of the deals that I wanted to showcase today, I don't have here in my studio because I live in Southern California. It's very warm out. I actually have the air conditioning running in my studio right now. But if it's still chilly where you are, I know March comes in like a lion out like a lamb, they say, but some folks I've talked to, it's still quite chilly where you are. There is a weighted blanket that I have downstairs. It sits across my little Chase lounge chair in my living room, and it's so comfy. And it's beautiful. It looks beautiful as a throw. But also weighted blankets are really nice if you need to calm down. It feels like a nice big hug. They're lovely. And the blanket that I have specifically that I can vouch for is 15% off its normal price. Now, this is not a cheap blanket. You can get it in different sizes. It's more expensive the larger it is. And again, because it's that really heavy weighted blanket. So the dark gray 50 by 60 inch version is 10 pounds. And that's normally $140. But it is on Big Spring Sale today if you wanted to pick up something like that for yourself or for your home. All right, the next Big Spring Sale item that I think you all might be very interested in, especially as it's warming up if you're going outside more often, this is the Olight Arc Pro Ultra flashlight. Now, I looked at this initially and said, how is that a flashlight? What? And it can't possibly be powerful because it's so small. This will blow your mind. Also, I thought, what is a $130 flashlight like? So I had oodles of questions about this, and you know what? It met all my expectations and then some. So I'm going to turn it on, and I think I'm actually going to turn out my studio lights here. I mean, it's not dimming us too much, but I have this flashlight, and this is only on 1 out of 4. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up. That's 3 out of 4, but you can see on my back wall how bright that is, and there's 3 different settings. So this is the floodlight. So if I wanted to shine it out my window and see my whole backyard, I could. Then I also have a spotlight. If you just want to spotlight one particular thing, if you're looking for something in particular. And there's also, this is a blue light. You know, it's funny, I always joke around with my husband that I have a blue light if we wanted to take it traveling with us for hotel rooms and stuff like that. But I feel like we just end up being scarred. But yes, you have the floodlight, the spotlight, and the blue light. And in addition to that, I'm going to turn it off. It's just a little button press to turn it off and on. In addition to that, you also have a laser pointer as well. Now, these are really strong. I have used these out far distances. I grew up in an area that was very woodsy. I'm going to turn on my studio lights again. I grew up in an area that's very woodsy, and I feel like growing up, we had a floodlight, we had a spotlight. These were all different devices. So to have one is really cool, and it comes with a little belt clip. I know my dad would appreciate that. My dad loves to clip everything on his belt. He's got his phone on there. He's got all sorts of stuff. So you can clip it on your belt and take it out with you. It also comes with a little magnetic charger that you plug in via USB, and then you just set it on its charger, and it's like a little magnetic stand while it's charging it. But this, so you know, I was very curious, what does a very high-end flashlight look like? It looks like this. And it's got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating on Amazon because people stinking love this. So if you're an outdoorsy person, or if you're someone who just needs a really powerful, multifunctional flashlight regularly, definitely check this out. So it normally retails for $130, but on Big Spring Sale, it's 15% off. So you can get it for $110.49 right now. Chicago says it looks like a Kindle remote. That's hilarious. It kind of does, huh? And it's smaller than the Fire TV controller. Look at them side by side. It's smaller and thinner, right? You said, oh, you meant the Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah, look how tiny it is, right? Its dial made you think it was a camera. It's not. And Danley says Olight makes some great flashlights in various category types. So this is the only one I have encountered in person. So since this is the only one I've reviewed, that's the only one I'm chatting about. But I would love to know what else they make because honestly, this is so good. It also comes in a really nice looking gift box. So if you were buying it for someone, it's like a nice unboxing and gifting experience too. Just a very premium flashlight, which is not a category that I ever thought I'd be shopping in. But here we are. And you know what? I've used this for so many different things recently now that I have it that I'm a believer. I was converted. I'm a believer of the Olight Arc Pro Ultra. It's great. Speaking of your outdoors, one of kind of the lowest profile outdoor security cameras that I've ever reviewed is the Blink Outdoor 4. So I'm holding it right here. It is a wireless smart security camera that is rated for outdoor. So it can handle various types of weather, really, really hot temperatures, really, really cold temperatures. It has 1080p HD day vision and infrared night vision. It's got two-way talk, so you can talk to people through it. And the 3-camera system of this camera is 45% off right now. So you would get 3 of these for $103 instead of $189. So a pretty big discount off 3 of these. Now, if you are thinking, what if I want more than 3? Later on in the carousel, I have a deal that's more than 3 cameras. But you've got a lot. If 3 will do it for you, this is a really, really good deal. And it doesn't just come with the 3 cameras. It comes with the 3 cameras and the sync module core as well. So there's lots of different combos that you'll find if you click the product detail page. You can adjust the number of cameras, you can adjust the different accessories that comes with it, but they have from a 1-camera system all the way up to a 5-camera system, and then add-on cameras as well. I like that these are one-time purchases, so it does come with a 30-day trial of their subscription service. But the trial is not applicable for all locations with an existing plan. But it does come with it if you want to check it out. But I believe that this could be used without it as well. So if you want to do just a one-time purchase, you can do that. But the Blink Outdoor 4 is fantastic. It's been a while since I reviewed them. But really, I like how understated they are. I don't think it looks like a home security camera on the side of your house, right? So less likely to be tampered with, which is what I'm always thinking about. And then if you're looking for an indoor security camera that's on sale, I did a whole talk recently on how you can upcycle old phones to be indoor security cameras. But if you don't have any old phones lying around, or you're not really the DIY tech type, that is A-okay, because for $19.96 right now, you can get this Casa 1080p indoor wired security camera. So it plugs in just here on the side, and you would need to plug it into an outlet. And you can tilt it or move it. It doesn't tilt or move on its own. You have to position it. But let's say I was going to put this up on a shelf and tilt it down into a crib. It could be a baby cam. Or put it up above my fireplace and tilt it to the corner. It could be a puppy cam for the area where maybe my pet always plays or something like that. But it is a very, very affordable indoor wired security camera. You can use it for a lot of different things. It does have motion detection, so it will send an alert if it detects motion. It also has two-way audio. It also has night vision. And for those of you who are like, Trisha, not only do I not want a subscription, I don't want live video feed from inside my house going to the internet at all where someone could access it. You'll love to know that there's a local storage option right here. So you could put in a micro SD card and not have it go to the internet at all. This is just a local storage option. Or you could use the cloud storage if that's something that you're comfortable with. But you have a lot of options with this one, and it's very affordable. Catnip says, smaller than a phone, has its own stand, and great for seeing who's stealing your potato chips or cheating at card games. No. I am a huge tabletop gamer, and I will not abide by cheating at card games. No, thank you. But yeah, very, very affordable, very easy to use. I love that. Thank you for that chuckle today, Catnip Ninja in chat. Appreciate you. A kitchen gadget that I have had for about a year now, and it's downstairs in the kitchen dirty. I didn't want to show you my smoothie-ridden blender. But Ninja makes the Ninja Blast portable blender, and my husband uses it every morning for his protein smoothie that he makes. What's awesome about this is it's tiny, and you take the entire blender with you. Like, you can drink from the top of it after you blend it, but take the entire thing with you. The first time we went to use it, we thought you blend in the cup, and then you take the cup off the base to take it with you, don't do that. If you take the cup off the base, all of the smoothie will come out the bottom and go everywhere. That's what happened to us. So don't make the same first time mistake that we did. You just take the whole thing with you. It's not that heavy. It's not that large. That's how it's meant to be used. But you can blend it and drink it all out of the same cup and then bring it home and wash the whole thing. Now, this is a very well-loved portable blender on Amazon. It's got over 12,700 reviews, over a 4 out of 5 star rating. And it's 22% off today for big spring sale. So feel free to jump on that. Another big spring sale item that is going pretty quick. It's 69% claimed already. I don't know what it was when we started this stream, but this one is flying off the shelves, it seems. This is something that I stock up on, and if you're someone who is prone to acne, these are fantastic. So this is called the Mighty Patch, and I feel like this is the first acne patch that really went viral. But one little box of these has 72 patches in them, and they're these little clear circle stickers that you just put over a blemish if you have a blemish, and I do it at night before I go to bed, sleep with it on, and then the next morning, your blemish will be mostly, I don't want to say entirely gone because it depends what stage of healing it's already in, but it definitely helps to shrink blemishes in one use. So it'll shrink until it's eventually gone. But they do recommend that you use it at night. You can get them in a 36 count or a 72 count like I have here. They also don't just work for your face. They can work anywhere that you have a blemish. But yeah, I get these and they are 72 little stickers in one box. But I use these at night before I go to bed, especially if I have an on-camera job the next day or an event the next day. CCRC says we use the off-brand of those that work very well. So yeah, I think this is the original brand that was made famous. There are now lots of other imitations out there, and I'm glad to hear they work well. Also, CCRC, have you seen the versions of these where it's like a cute little star sticker? Some of them have designs that are meant to be visible. These are meant to be more invisible. In fact, I think I've accidentally still had one on while I was streaming and no one even noticed. Because they really are meant to be mostly invisible, especially if you've been wearing them all night. But the other trend I see is people wearing the stickers that have like cute little designs and colors and stuff, and they're meant to be fashionable, which is fun. You said, yes, we use the kids' ones for our children and send them out into the world. Yeah, I think I was out to eat sometime, and my waiter had one on that was like a star, and I was like, that's so cute. And I didn't know. I didn't want to say, is it a blemish patch? But I was just like, oh, what a fashionable choice to wear that sticker. And then they told me it was, in fact, a blemish patch, and we had a really funny conversation about it. But I love embracing who we all are just as we are on any given day out in the wild. So I'm a huge fan of that. But yeah, if you've got a big event coming up or something like that, or it's just bothering you because it doesn't feel nice, like you know how sometimes blemishes kind of are irritating, right? You can use these and it's great. But those are 20% off on Big Spring Sale today. And then I also have, now this is something I typically pick up closer to Halloween or the holiday season because I want to get in the holiday festive mood. But I saw that these were on Big Spring Sale and thought maybe you'd want them for your bedroom or your bathroom, or I've seen my friend Naomi, shout out to those of you who know friend of the channel, Naomi Kyle. My friend Naomi has used these to make some beautiful kitchen countertop underlighting, like kitchen cabinet underlighting, so the countertops are all like beautifully warmly lit. She's so good at that kind of stuff. But these are fantastic. So it's an RGBIC LED light strip. You just peel and stick them wherever you want. You plug them in on one end, and then you use an app to control what light or color temperature or brightness you want. They're very, very adjustable. And this particular light strip has a DIY mode. It's got a music mode if you want your lights to go party mode. I have them, my son has a loft bed, and I put them underneath his loft bed. So when we're down in like the reading nook, we can change the color based on the story. So if we're reading a dragon story and they're breathing fire everywhere, I can turn them red. Or if we're doing an underwater adventure, I can turn them blue. And it's just, these are really fun and they are not expensive. Normally these are only $15, but on Big Spring Sale, they're down to $11.98. And that's for the 16.4 foot version. Obviously, the longer of a strip you need, the more expensive it gets. But even for the 100 foot version, they're still less than $60. So it's a nice way to make your decor feel a little more cozy and homey. Chicago says, I have seen several younger people with stickers on their face. I just thought they liked stickers, right? So it could be that they just like stickers, or they could be a blemish patch and you didn't even know it. I love it. One of the items that you can buy here on Amazon when they're on sale and stock up is batteries. Batteries, my friend. Right now, Duracell batteries, you can get a 56 count of AA and AAAs. I've got my little AAA right here for 16% off the normal price. I feel like I'm always needing batteries for remotes, for gadgets, for toys. And so anytime I see these on sale, I will buy a box or two and just put them in the garage or in a cabinet or on a shelf somewhere so that I have them for next time I need them. This is one of those items that does not go bad, so just pick them up while you can. And those are great. Catnip says, I did some digging on batteries a while back to see what had the best life and shelf life, and it turns out Duracell does! So you got a big pack and 3D printed a couple of battery dispensers and holders. That's awesome. I love that you did that. Yeah, battery holders are incredible right now. But yeah, Duracell, you can get a pack right now, and I think you can get different packs of different types of batteries. So I like the AA. It's 28 AA's, 28 AAA's, and that's what I have linked. But you can get just AA's or just AAA's if that is more your speed. But because I stock up, I get the big pack. It says, last time I purchased these was not terribly long ago. It just told me on the Amazon page. But yeah, stock up if you need to stock up. They're great. Let's see what else is on Big Spring Sale today as I set my batteries back down. Oh, the Amazon Echo Dot, the newest Echo Dot is on sale. If you want your favorite Amazon assistant to be able to help you out just using voice commands, this is a great little smart speaker that'll do it. It also allows you to, of course, listen to music, listen to podcasts. It is your smart assistant audio only. So I know some people that prefer an audio only smart assistant. And if you're like, I'm done talking to my assistant, I don't want it listening to me, you just hit this button right here. That one right there. It'll light up red when it's plugged in. And the bottom ring here will glow red. And that lets you know that the microphone is disabled. And then you can just re-enable it when you're ready again. I like that this will recognize different voices. So your child cannot come in and order, I don't know, a whole bunch of Robux gift cards on Amazon without your knowledge, because it will recognize the child's voice, and you can set up all different types of customizations that work for your family. But the thing we probably use ours the most for, we use a kid's version of one of these in my son's room for his morning alarm and his morning routine. And we also use these to help out with spelling for homework. So I'll hear a lot of, how do you spell? And then a big word. We also have been playing a lot of Scrabble lately. So to find out if something is a Scrabble approved word or not, it's nice to just be able to shout it out rather than having to like find your phone, go to a search engine, look it up, read through a couple. We can just ask. So that makes it really easy. And of course, the fact that it's on Big Spring Sale for 20% off also makes it really easy if that's something that you're interested in. Now, if you like smart home tech, but you also like good savings and you're like just starting to get into smart home tech, I love smart plugs like the Casa Smart Mini Plug that I have right here. It plugs into your regular outlet. Take a look at this. So it's like a 3-prong, plugs right into that regular outlet, and then makes whatever device you plug into it into a smart device. It's got a button to turn it on or off here on the side. You can use your voice to turn it on or off. You can use the app or set schedules via the app to turn it on or off. These are great for holiday decorations that you want to go on and off at a specific time. They're great if you want your coffee maker to start at a specific time. You can program it to start at a specific time. But it takes any old, desk lamp and suddenly makes it a smart lamp, for example, without you having to pay the price to buy a whole smart appliance. You just plug your regular appliance into one of these. So you get a 4-pack with these for 16% off right now on Big Spring Sale, so it's $37.99. Catnip asks, will those link up with your Amazon assistant? These specifically, they will, but they are specifically compatible with your Apple Assistant, your Amazon Assistant, or your Google Assistant. So you can link them up with whichever you'd like to use. They do work over 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So that's how you will set them up. But yeah, you get a 4 count in one pack. So you can try them out, and they're skinny enough that in one outlet, you can put one on top of the other and use both outlets with these. Catnip says, nice, nice indeed. A 4-pack is what we use in our house, and we use them for all different things. Those of you who watch my gaming streams often might know that I had to start one a little late recently because my monitor died. I was so sad. If you're looking for a new computer monitor, this one is not specifically for gaming, but it is still a nice higher end computer monitor. Samsung has a nice big 32-inch flat computer monitor. It's 75 hertz, so like I said, it's not aimed at the gaming market. It is just a really nice, beautiful picture 32-inch computer monitor. It does have a game mode, and it does have the AMD FreeSync, so it has some gaming features. It also has some eye care features built in if you use those. It's got HDMI and DisplayPort connectivity as well, and it is a monitor that sells really well on Amazon. I think we were talking about on stream whether people prefer a 27-inch or 32-inch monitor. So this 32-inch monitor, I would say, is the perfect size for a small apartment or a dorm room if you will be using it as both a computer monitor and a television. It's kind of a nice in-between size if you're using it for both of those things. And or you have a standing desk and you're a little farther away from your monitor. Maybe you have like a really deep desk. Because 32 inches is pretty big for a computer monitor. But yeah, this is a really, really nice one. It's normally $200. It's 25% off for the Big Spring Sale, so it's just $149.99. All right, let me see. I've got a couple more products that I want to tell you about today, but I know that we are short on time. So I'm going to probably zip through them pretty quickly if you don't mind, but if you have any questions, let me know so that I can make sure to answer them for you. One of the items I know lots of people are looking at now that it's, warming up and people are going outdoors more. Jackery makes a solar generator. It's called the Jackery Solar Generator 1000 V2 with a 200 watt solar panel. So it's like a big carry around heavy portable battery with a solar panel that you can fold out. This is perfect for camping, overnight outdoor trips, very long days at the beach. It's got multiple outlets that you can plug things into if you need to charge your devices while you're on the go, a 1-hour fast charge, but it's really meant for outdoor, off-grid living, RVing. It's also really nice to have in case of emergencies if the power goes out. So normally, this is a very, very beefy system that I'm talking about here. Normally it's about $1,300. It is on Big Spring Sale right now for $698. So that's almost half off its typical price. So if you are someone that goes outdoors a lot, you're definitely going to want to take a look at that. I am going to skip to the Kindle. Maybe you're traveling for spring break and you don't want to bring a large, heavy stack of books with you. Get your books on the go in this nice, thin... There we go. Now you can see how thin it is. This nice, thin, light Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. It's a 16 gigabyte model, which might not sound like a lot until you realize how small book files are. So many books can be held on this. It's very, very fast. You can adjust it warm or cool light. You can adjust the brightness. So if you're reading at night, you can make it comfortable for yourself. But this is about $25 off its normal price. So if you're thinking about traveling for the summer or spring and you're a big book person, this is something you're definitely going to want to see. And then I put something on here that is funny because I need to order it. And I don't want to say it too loud because I think my son is home from school already. But I need to order. If you're looking in the carousel right now, you'll know what I'm talking about. I need to order this for my house for a specific holiday that is coming up pretty soon. My son loves these. We love these in our house, and they are very on brand for the holiday that's right around the corner. Catnip Commando says, I love my Kindle Paperwhite. A holiday that I think a lot of us are not looking forward to that's right around the corner here in the United States is Tax Day. Tax day is sadly also right around the corner. But if you're going to do your own taxes, TurboTax Deluxe Desktop Edition for 2025 is on big spring sale right now. And if you're confident doing it yourself, this is going to be a more affordable way to go than hiring a professional to take care of it for you. It's also a little faster. You can just get it done. So I saw that on sale. I wanted to shout that out today. And then finally, I did find, I know we were talking about how Duracell batteries are some folks' favorite. If you are more of the Energizer battery type, know that you can get Energizer batteries in large bulk boxes on sale right now too. You can get a 32 count of AA's right now for $14.25 instead of $20. So stock up while you can and while they are on deal. So I tried to cover quite a variety of deals today, but since I realized I had not streamed at all yet for the big spring sale. I mean, I streamed talking about lots of other things, but I didn't do a stream specifically on the best deals all across Amazon. I wanted to share that with you, you know? I wanted to share that. So thank you all for for tuning in. I'm laughing that Chicago said that's a holiday. I never get tax day off work. I mean, it's not really a day most of us get off, but maybe we should so that we could get our taxes done earlier. You saw the D battery on the desk, but since you haven't used one in like 30 years, you thought it was a shell. No, I have toys in my house that use these still in board games and stuff like that. So anyway, order the battery that you use the most is what I will say. And thank you all so much for watching. So whatever it is you're shopping for, you can follow this channel. I normally cover tech, gaming, toys and collectibles, and really fun stuff. And sometimes I do deal streams like this as well, so you don't have to bother searching through the site for the best deals. I got you covered. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a brilliant rest of your day, a lovely weekend, and I will see you all soon. Don't forget to follow the channel. Goodbye, my friends.